Got the city on lock, the way that I move got me feeling like Broadway. I'm getting them bridges, I'm fucking them bitches, you know that I do it the hard way. Pull up with zip, talk to your bitch, now she gon' do what I say. That nigga a bitch, that nigga a snitch, pack him up like we in Green Bay. Focus on me, I am not the one. That nigga swear that he got some guns. That nigga running on top of some bitter like, look nigga, shit, I'm about to jump. That boy scared, I'm from the jungle, I fight with them bears. Out of the mud and into the sea, I'm a great white, nobody fuckin' with me. Look, like Michael Francis, I stack all the money, the king of the breach. I got all the soldiers, they all in the street, calling my family, they need to eat.
On the day that George Washington was born, 2K Sports brings you the best in NBA coverage. This is Kevin Harlan with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, giving us the rundown from the sideline, courtside, David Aldridge.
What it do, what it do, what it do. Esbl, we back after the All-Star break.
Much of an impact with his defense,
you know what I mean? We got the Pirates on deck.
Steal numbers have dropped off.
With their star Kyrie averaging 21 points in the last 5 games.
His defense.
You know, this is going to be a good battle. As the Pirates are going up against the Nightmare, who is on a good winning streak, by the way.
A couple of great big men in the middle tonight, Greg.
You know, the Pirates got to get back on the winning streak. I think they lost the last 2 games.
But this should be fun to watch.
They're looking to turn things around against the Mexico City Nightmares. We're going to see if Johnson and Time and crew got something to say with that and keep their winning streak alive.
Esbl, what it do, what it do, what it do. Make sure to drop flames and stop signs in the chat. You already know what time it is.
Oh, like the stream. Like it.
Like it up, like it up.
Rejump.
Here we go.
Here we go. Tip-off is underway. Othello Cross and Ernesto Romero down in the paint.
And who you got winning this game? It's going to be a good game.
I think the Nightmare. The Nightmare have been hungry. I think, you know, in the second half of the season that they're going to finish off strong and really make a strong push to validate them themselves as a top team in the West.
This is a good matchup with 2 good, matter of fact, 2 great shooting guards with Kyrie and Jameer Johnson.
Boom.
You know what I mean? Like,
here's Muhammad Hashim going up, no good. Rebounded, goes back up. Oh, gets it to go.
Good shot.
Took some contact on the way up.
I think defensively, that is not the way.
What do the Pirates have to do to get back on the winning side?
That doesn't typically end well.
I think that you know, for 13 games straight or 12 games straight before their first loss to the Bulls, that they were doing all the right things. Just really getting back to that winning formula, getting back to what was, you know, causing them to win games. As we all know, you know, the game planning structure is a bit different than before, so that will also be very interesting to see how these teams play in the second half of the season. Seeing that, you know, each team's coming out with something, you know, different, something brand new, something unique to their style of play. Really to see.
So far, you can see it. I mean, it looks like the teams are driving more than settling for the all-screen 3-pointers.
Right.
And he knocks down the first one.
It's time to make the first free throw. Some would say this is when the real season began after the All-Star break.
Second, so he makes them both.
Yes, indeed. A lot of seeding will happen as the games carry on. A ton of situational games will start to play a factor as some teams finish up their season. You know, really as in who's going to place where. If a team doesn't make the playoffs, I mean, and that's a scenario that we're going to more than likely see in the West, but it's a matter of who more than anything. You know, right now the bottom 2 teams I believe are the Dragons and the Generals, so it'll be interesting to see how they pan out to finish off their season.
Well, the Generals needed a lot of work. Hey, Kai, you know, good. The Generals needed a lot of work, and I'm surprised they didn't make a trade at the trade deadline to either bring somebody in to complement Greg Powers and Sosa. You know, I think that's going to hurt them in the long run.
to the wing right side.
But the Dragons, I still think they're in good shape. They're a good team. But this Cleveland team is looking very sloppy right now.
Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
You said the Pirates are looking sloppy?
Yeah, they have not scored a basket. They're turning the ball over. Like, they're not looking good right now.
Oh, nice block.
I think that's one of the underrated things about this Nightmare team is their defense. Their defense is stellar. I don't know at what point of the season they turn things around, but this defense is starting to become one of the best in ESBL.
I agree.
Oh, good, again. Good skill.
Here's Demir Weatherington. Driving in. Can't get it to go over Johnson. Ability to go.
That's the problem right there. They got Johnson messed up on Weatherton and not Kyle Johnson.
Nice dish down low. Layup no good by Johnson. 9-0 lead for the Mexico City Nightmare. How you feel about the Nightmares roster? You know, early on in the season, they had a completely different roster. It was a ton of rookies, and their star point guard, Damon and Gumbo, on this roster, and now it's a completely different roster.
This roster now did a complete 360, and I think this roster is probably, if not, it's definitely top 3 rosters in ESBL. Every player that they have on that starting lineup complement each other. Their bench is kind of deep. You know what I mean? It's like probably 2 other teams I can say have a better roster right now than the Mexico City Nightmare.
How far do you see the Nightmare going in the playoffs?
If they can get out their first round, I see them going to the second round and possibly having a tough battle with one of those top teams. But it's still a young team that's still learning. You know, it'll be a surprise if they can make it to the Western Conference Finals. But I see them going to the second round if they can just get that one win. But this defense is making it like really possible for that to be for that to happen. But this defense is stellar. Look at 12-0 run.
So far, no points on the board for the Pirates as they're looking to reestablish themselves as a dominant force here in ESBL. And you know, I think it's just like an adjustment period, so to speak, for the Pirates. You know, trying out a new system. They have a new point guard, and that's really been their more how do I put this? Their more lucrative position this season is that point guard spot. You know, they started earlier in the season. In that beginning portion, probably I want to say 25% into the season, they had Vinny Vega. And then they added in Karan Baycoat, who played about, I want to say, 3, maybe 4 games with the team. They shipped him out. They then had Jaden Taylor for a game where Taylor played literally 8 games with this roster. And now they have Demir Weatherington. I mean, you know, going.
They took a step down. It's like they've been down. Like it seemed like, okay, with Vega, they started like in the middle. When they got Baco, it looked like it was going uphill. Then when they traded Baco for JT, kind of slipped down, you know, a good portion. And then when they got Weatherington, it slipped down even more. I feel like they should have kept Baco or should have kept JT3.
So this is Demir Weatherington's first game with this team. Knowing that, you know, Weatherington hasn't played much in a starting lineup, if at all, how do you feel that Demir Weatherington's going to establish himself on this roster? I mean, the last time we've seen Demir Weatherington play, really, if we're being all honest, is in the finals. So they have a can't call him like a championship point guard, but a playoff caliber point guard.
But you gotta also understand when he was in the finals and in that playoff run, he was coming off the bench. And he was going up against other bench players. When he's starting, you're going up against starters, superstars and stars. So I don't think that Weatherton is really ready for that type of role. They should have eased him in from off the bench to a starting position, not just put him in a starting position off the back. Because they got to know what they have in that type of player, especially for this Pirates team. Because right now, Kai can't do it all by himself. But also, you have to ask yourselves, are the Pirates are just cruising right now as far as just in relaxed mode because they already clinched the playoff spot?
You said the Pirates?
Yeah.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
If I'm not mistaken, the Pirates was the first team to clinch a playoff spot. So
right.
Are they just in cruising mode and just chillaxing because they already know they're making the playoffs? Now, seeding-wise is important to some, but it might not be important to Cleveland.
I mean, I think to some degree you can say that. I mean, that maybe they're just taking their foot off the gas. They're trying to get a feel for teams. They don't want to really risk too many injuries. I mean, if you look right there, they're 13-3. They're 4 wins ahead of Atlanta.
But when you look at it, they can't even go past number 1. Even if they lose the next 3 games, that's it. They're still in first place.
Right. Technically, I think what are they? 13-3, and they have 19 games, so they're 16.
They'll be 13-6 if they lose their next game.
Yeah. So I mean, realistically, they can lose all 3 games and still be the number 1 team in the East. So
exactly.
I mean, it doesn't really hurt them so much. I think unless you have like a team under them that's, maybe they didn't play as many games so far, but I think the only team that didn't play that many games yet is the Nightmare, where the Nightmare had a long stretch of games in between their first and their second. So
they're on the West.
Yeah, so I think pretty much the Eastern Conference is going to probably shape up first.
It's the second seed, the 2nd through 6th seed that on the East that looks like it's going to be flip-flopping.
Okay.
Because the Goats is 8-6, and the I think it was the Hitman. The second seed, the 6th seed, that's going to flip-flop. So those wins and losses actually matter for seeding. But the West, oh man, that's a division that conference that I just don't know. Right now, I got the Dallas running away with it. That's no good. What is going on? Kai still got some of that all-star hangover.
Oh, what a block by Cologne.
Oh, God.
This Kai Rainey driving in, goes up. Oh, and he throws it down over just in time.
A low-scoring quarter for Pirates with only 8 points so far.
Hashim pulls up. What a block by Vontae Laney from behind. At the end of the first quarter, 18-8, 10-point lead for the Nightmare.
Get ready for the Dip Squad! Get ready for the Dip Squad!
See, just in time with it.
Over to Hashim, down to Othello.
Another block.
Othello Gross. Last game he had 8 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 steals.
I seen also is the Nightmares has been playing awesome basketball against the Eastern Conference.
You think so?
Yeah. They've been getting their W's against the East Conference. Ooh, good shot. Against the East.
They're third right now in rebounds per game in ESBL. So top 3 rebounding team collectively.
And that's a huge improvement from when they had a team full of rookies.
Number 77. First personal foul. First team foul.
One second for me.
Oh, that's an post. Ooh, good take. 22-8. Nightmares are trying to get the job done. Come back, 3-pointer, no good. I don't know if y'all seen, but Kai Rainey, Jameer Johnson, number 1 and number 2 on the MVP race, and number 2 and number 3 in the most points per game this season race. These are 2 bad men. These was bad. Offensive foul. Three-pointer. 28-8. The Nightmare up by 20. You have to do a better job on Jameer right now. Jameer is out-dueling Kai Rainey right now. But there's still a lot of game left. League leaders in rebound. Pirates are number 1, Nightmare number 3. So 2 of the top 3 best rebound teams in ESBL right now. Here's the Pirates. Pirate ball. I think Time remembers that last year playoff with Demir against the Royals when the Riots went up against the Royals in the playoff, and Demir was cooking Time for a little bit, but Time was getting his revenge. And another steal. What is going on here in Cleveland? Good.
Johnson.
And another 2 points for Johnson. As now the Nightmare up by 22 points. And another steal. Oh, that is not good. That's good. 32-8 in the second quarter right now. Shot blocked. He ain't even jump. No good. Rebound.
Number 77.
Oh, yeah, this is getting out of hand pretty quick. Like I said, I don't think the Pirates are really taking it serious because they already know they got the #1 spot locked up. But if you're the Nightmare, then yeah, you're taking it serious because you got a lot of game left against those Western teams. No good. Rebound.
Number 51.
Ooh, really a goal. Philly to go has 7 points, and the Pirates have 8 as a team. There we go. Good dunk. Rose. No good. And a foul.
Number 51. First personal foul.
Score 36-10.
Shooting for Cleveland. Cone. 2 shots.
Still a lot of time left on the clock, though, as we've seen in Esbl before. Leads can evaporate very fast, and teams do come back. So the game is not over.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw. No good. Wellington. Second free throw. Money. Score is 36-11. Second quarter. Oh, no good. Good. Split up, bro. Oh, okay.
I'm back. Oh, Lord. Look at that score. Sheesh. That's tough.
It's good bad. Oh, but the Pirates like just trying to make a run. Oh, good steal. Missed it. Oh my gosh. As the Pirates try to cut the lead down.
Away team foul.
Wow. That's impressive.
But yeah, I mean, I think we'll see a lot of this across the league.
Checking in for the away team.
And
Oh
adjust.
yeah, after the playbook situation.
Yeah, a very eye-opening adjustment period for some.
Like I said, if I was Cleveland, I would not be sitting here dwelling on if they take this loss because, again, they got the #1 seed locked up. What you should be doing is just try to adjust to the playbook that you have and try to find out what actually works in the last couple games that they do have before the playoff time comes. But they have to show some fight, though. I mean, 14 points and almost in the middle of the second quarter. That's not good.
Yeah, they're gonna want to put a dog into this fight, some form of fashion.
Number 24.
There we go. Now scored down by 19. Watermelon shot. No good. I think the nightmare is shooting herself in the foot. These bad shot selections.
Vince Andy shooting 7 for 28 from the field, 1 for 1 from 3. With Walter Mellon just working down low, unable to get that last layup attempt in the post. Surprisingly enough, I mean, we haven't seen a lot of that from Walter Mellon this season. You know, being able to work down low, or, you know, I think from a lot of centers actually, you know, being able to work on their post game.
Oh! That was pretty no good. Yeah, I think that's a big problem here in the SBL for centers is they're not working on that post game. They're more going straight to that 3-point line. But you're going to need that post game in the playoff time. Bad shot. Yeah, this nightmare's been on a drought right now. Can the Pirates capitalize? Yes, they can. They're starting to make this a game again. Now down by 16. Johnson for 3.
Johnson, 3 points.
And he makes it. 19.
Here's Vinsanity. There's a double screen set. Step back, midi. No good.
Good. As Nightmare looked to hold the ball for the last possession.
Well, Justin Chris said no.
That's not.
He said, no, I'm taking it. I am taking it.
Big mistake. Oh, look, 3. No good.
That's the end of the second.
Oh, they couldn't capitalize. He was wide open. They're going to have time with the Nightmare up 39-20 over the Cleveland Pirates. Pirates scored 12 points that quarter.
A lot needs to be worked on. Really from both sides. I mean, I've seen some easy shot attempts missed by the Nightmare. Some defensive possessions in which they could have possibly been stronger. They became a little more lax on defense in that second quarter, as well as from the Pirates all around. You know, both offensively and defensively. I mean, if you're trying to keep up, you know, and try to still win the ball game, you're going to need to get stops. They had 7 blocks in this game, so they've definitely been doing a good job at protecting the rim. I just think, you know, really just banking on that, cashing in on whatever they were doing, and towards the end of that first half, and really bringing that into that third quarter, because really it's you know, 1 quarter at a time situation for the Pirates right now. So bringing that in to this next quarter is going to be huge for them.
For 3. Oh, he made it.
What?
Wow. I thought he missed that one.
Was not expecting that.
Start off the quarter with a contested 3.
Oh, nice layup by Demir Weatherington.
Ransom 1 for 7. I think Demir Weatherington is a bad player. I think she got to find her niche. He got to find his niche. Like what works for him on his team. Oh, that was weird. No good. Oh, okay with the alley.
Here comes the Mexico City Nightmare. Out of time. Hashim, nice layup.
Oh,
Assist from
nice around the world layup.
Weatherington driving in, goes up. Layup is no good.
First personal foul. First team foul. Away team foul.
You think this game will have
First personal foul.
like considerations on the MVP race? Because from what we've seen right now, Kai and Jameer is number 1 and number 2 in the race.
Here's my take. I don't think Jameer should be in the MVP race.
Explain.
What'd you say?
I said explain. Why not?
So, if you look at the amount of games that each player has played, it's supposed to be 19. Jameer Johnson played 10 before coming to a team in which they had even played 5. So now he's on this team and he's played far more games than any other player in the entire league. So his stats are going to be bolstered or boost or overly saturated.
Number 8.
More so than players that are playing the appropriate amount of games, or players that didn't get moved from one team that played most of their games earlier in the season to a team who didn't play many of their games at all in that first half of the season. Because Johnson still has a lot of games still left to play at the end of the season with the Nightmare. I can't necessarily per se hang my hat on that. While yes, he's been performing well. If I had to look at his game, if I'm solely basing it off of the 10 games that he had in Toronto, no, he's not ESBL's MVP. And then the 6 games that he's had, I'm not sure how many games that he's had on the Nightmare yet, but I can never figure that out. But I can't say that he's MVP based on the 10 games that I did for a fact see him play with the Knights. That was not an MVP caliber performance, nor was he putting his position in the best, putting his team in the best positions to win each and every night. Nor was he the best player in the league throughout those 10 games.
Second team foul.
I can agree and disagree on some of that. The first couple games with the Knights, yes, they were not good. He was not good. But then once they got that first W, I think it was against the Grizzlies or somebody. That's when they turned it on, and Johnson was a huge factor in getting that W. And then he scored that 47 points, and then following back up with the other performance. I do feel like what you said about that.
To me, points don't make an MVP. Right, points are a flashy stat that a lot of players in the league. I mean, essentially, you're baskall players. So that's something that you're supposed. That's pretty much almost given at his position. At his position, almost every shooting guard scores. Right, so it's more so of a what are you doing to set yourself apart? Scenario. What are your assist numbers looking like? How many points are you really responsible for? What is your turnover to assist ratio? Where are your shots coming from? The efficiency of the player, the true field goal percentage, the true efficiency percentage is what you have to also look at. His defense is going to play a very big role in all of that. How many points is he allowing per game, or has he allowed this season alone?
I think all of that is going to be taken into consideration for all these players in the race.
Yeah. But just mentioning him and Kai Rainey the same situation. I mean, he won a lot of games this season. If the race was between the two of them only, Rainey would probably won the race over Johnson.
Johnson. 3.
But again,
I will also say at the, early in the season, I would say Rainey too. Because I mean, let's be real, the team was what 13-1, and he was the reason for that. They were balling. But I'm saying like, and then when you see this right here, when you see this game right here, you know, and you see one actually still helping his team, and the other one is trying to, but he's not really, you know, like I said, he's just chilling right now. Would you take that in consideration also? Because this right here is like a duel. This is a head-to-head duel between possibly the two, if not one of the two top shooting guards in the Esbl right now.
okay, so Kyrie is not even really a legit shooting guard. He's a small forward just playing at the shooting guard spot. So I can't compare the two players. Kyrie is technically playing out of position anyway.
Okay, makes sense.
If I'm going to compare them in this matchup, that could be a number of things can play a factor to that. You know, it's a team game at that.
Yeah.
So the Nightmare right now have a better team than the Pirates. So the opportunities that Johnson is given that Rainey is not probably plays a factor in his teammates more so than the individual matchup between the two players.
I was more thinking of one team is hungry and the other team, like I said, already secured their spot. So that's why he just chillaxing. The Nightmare are hungry. They have not secured a playoff spot. They have not secured themselves as one of the top teams in the West. So they're trying to establish themselves as a contending team in the West. So I feel like they just hungry right now. And that's why they're playing like this.
Wilkins.
Ooh, good shot.
I think.
But like I said, the East is already the Pirates. In the regular season, the champions of the East is Cleveland. Hands down.
Yeah, I think we'll get a chance to see here who's. I mean, I don't know. I haven't quite seen MVP caliber play. I mean, well, maybe a few, but not from either one of these teams. I haven't seen an MVP play yet.
You also got to realize, are these new playbooks, are they still going to help these players or hurt these players? Because right now, one is actually hurting the player.
True, and then
that other teams too.
True, and then again, the Nightmare against another team, it can be a completely different situation. The Nightmare are taking shots in which look like those two back-to-back shots are terrible shots.
Yeah.
Against another team, would they be winning right now?
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Probably not.
That is true. That is true. And by 24 points, I mean, ain't nobody see that coming.
Right.
54.
Right, the Pirates only made 12 field goals.
Johnson.
Ooh, good tape. Made 12 field goals, and we're in the third quarter. Like, that is not good basketball. So how did you feel about All-Star Weekend?
I hate it. It was a waste of energy.
Well, we have a new slam dunk and 3-point contest winner. Oh man, Jordan Trevor was incredible that second round in the 3-point contest. Only missing one 3-point.
Yeah, Tribble was definitely the man. He was definitely the man of the night there in the All-Star weekend.
He might. Yeah, but say he might have been a man of the weekend because then he also win the Rising Star Challenge MVP.
Yes, he did. So Triple definitely bought out.
I think he made his stock grow even higher if he becomes a free agent or anything.
You think an All-Star break makes someone's stock grow?
No, but I already felt like he was in contention for Rookie of the Year, and then him doing that over the weekend, it just made his stock rise.
Substitution for the away team.
Okay.
It ain't like he wasn't balling. Like, he's been balling. And he's been my favorite. He's been my pick for Rookie of the Year so far.
That's the end of the third quarter.
And it's just like, sheesh. I feel like he's just on a team right now that's in rebuilding mode instead of contention mode.
You will believe the Dragons are rebuilding?
Yeah, I feel like they're not in a position to. They're not in a position to actually go up against those better teams in the West. Like, I don't feel like they're ready to compete with those top tier teams. So I feel like they still have a lot of work to do. And I feel like they're a decent team, but they still have a lot of work to do. They still have a lot of boxes to check off before they're known and established as one of those good teams in the West. Because, I mean, let's be real. The West has at least 5 or 6 good teams. And that's no exaggerating. Good block.
Kyrie.
Yeah, playoff. Oh, go ahead.
What?
I was about to say, but again, playoff time come, that first round, anything can happen.
That is true. Good steal.
Oh, gosh. Great steal.
Number 51.
If you didn't steal that ball, that would have been an easy 2 points.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't go nowhere. This game makes you want to drool on your pillow. I almost did that just a second ago. Do not be like me.
Johnson.
That's good.
26-point lead for the Nightmare.
Away team foul. Number 51. Third personal foul. Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for the away team.
Like the Nightmares putting in their whole bench. Look like the Pirates are putting in their whole bench.
Oh man, it's about to get crazy. Wellington better ball out against Justin Chris. Show that you belong.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but he got that Gatorade symbol, so he probably tired. Oh, I got fouled up.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
So see, right there, that Gatorade sign already is Weatherton either starting material, because to be a starter, you have to have a lot of stamina.
Number 4.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And the Nightmare next 4 games are the Grizzlies, the Outlaws, the K9s, and the Dragons. Out of those three games, which one you think the Nightmare have like? Which game you think is gonna be very competitive? Is it Grizzlies, the Outlaws, what, the Canines, and the Dragons? As the team of fans left the arena. 26-point lead right now for the Nightmare. Oh my gosh, too easy. Weatherton. So good. Oh my God. Oh good steal. 3-pointer.
This is crazy.
Listen, Chris.
Number 9.
You said anything you can do, I can do better. Look at this. Oh man, this is not good. Another 3-pointer.
Number 4.
Yep.
For 3.
Thank you. Good block.
Ball is turned over. Away team ball. Coming onto the floor for Cleveland. Number 30. Cologne.
This is bad. Cleveland got to show up next game.
Come out with
Good
that.
one Nightmare.
Come out with that dog in him, man.
I don't know, man. But like ever since they traded Baker might have been their captain. Might have been a little energy plug for him.
2 shots.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Is there is no clear cut before the season. Well, not before the season, but in the season, in the middle of the season, we all kept saying, "Yo, the Pirates for the East. They come out the East. The Pirates." But now after taking these 3 L's, there's no clear cut person in the East that you feel like is going to come out. Like, I don't see no team in there where you can say 100%, well, this team got the best shot of coming out the Eastern Conference.
That's a 3. Number 21. 30.
71-47. Oh, good, Chris.
Number 30. Assisted.
The Pirates get a lot of these points on garbage time. I said the Pirates are getting a lot of their points on garbage time.
This is true.
Get ready for the Death Squad.
Timeout called for the Nightmare.
Coming onto the floor for the away team.
Here the game, Johnson. I love it, but since him and time came to Nightmare, this team has turned around. We've seen the Johnson and Time duo do that last year with the Riots, lead them to the Eastern Conference Finals. As they fall to the Royals, but they led them there. That is not a smart move. About 22 points and they put the starters back in. That's what versus Brandon. Not versus Weatherton.
24-second shot clock violation.
Oh my.
The ball goes to the away team.
What a horrible shot from Rain.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Deep shot, not good.
Out of bounds. The ball goes to
Good
Cleveland.
block. I thought that was a foul.
Substitution for the away team.
Oh wow. They did all that and left Johnson there. Oh, okay, because Kai still won. Oh, another block. Oh, dear God.
Remains Cleveland ball.
Weatherton need to eat his Wheaties. That's two blocks back to back.
Number 30.
Oh, good putback. Oh, Merrill. I feel like Merrill got snubbed in the All-Star.
King.
Good shot. Oh, good for Weatherford. As he keeps jacking up shots. Oh my.
Johnson.
Oh my gosh.
3.
What a good behind the back. go. Too easy. Foul. A couple seconds left. Do you think, for this is my final take on the game, but do you think, as far as team chemistry, is a huge factor for this Pirates team from people being traded and, hearing people on the trading block might have, made the chemistry go down?
For the Pirates?
Yeah.
I don't think anything's wrong with their chemistry. I just think that they're, realizing, maybe that they have some things to actually work on as a unit. I just don't think that it's a chemistry issue. This has relatively been the same team all season long, besides that point guard spot. I think everything else is that's pretty much it. The writing's on the wall. They're going to finish off as the number one team in the Eastern Conference. Question is, does that mean anything? Answer is no. Only one team has ever won a championship as being a number one seed.
And that was on the Western side. I mean, we've seen teams on the East losing the first round with being number one.
It's true. So, we'll see. They have plenty of time to figure it out before the playoffs. They just have to get back into the gym, get into their bag, and see what's what.
Yeah, they got 2 games left.
Ernesto Romero, 12 points, 10 rebounds, 3 steals, 4 blocks. Vince Andy, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. AJ Stryker, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. Demir Weatherington, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. Kai Rainey, 4 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Kiki Rainey, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 steal. Hector Colon, 4 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Vontae Rainey, 2 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 blocks. And that's all she wrote for the Pirates.
Kai Rainey only had 4 points.
Jameer Johnson, 29 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Gigi Wilkins, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 1 block. Billy the Goat, 9 points, 9 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 1 block. Muhammad Hashim, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 steals, 1 block. Othello Gross, 6 points, 9 rebounds, 1 steal, 3 blocks. Justin Time, 4 points, 2 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Justin Chris, 3 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists, 1 steal. And that is all she wrote for the Nightmare. Ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, in between time, we will see you all later. Peace.
Peace.